Konnichiwa, everyone. I hope your day is going well. I'll tell you about the story of the Time Loop Tangle. Let's get started. It was an ordinary morning in Nobita's house. At least, that's what Nobita thought until he found himself standing in the kitchen, holding a strange gadget in his hand. Doraemon, what's this? Nobita asked, staring at the sleek, small device that looked like a combination of a wristwatch and a compass. That, Doraemon said, appearing out of nowhere, is the time loop generator, a brand new invention I've been working on. It can create a time loop, but only for a short period. It's a great tool for fixing little mistakes or repeating something until you get it right. Nobita's eyes gleamed. You mean I could repeat a test until I get the perfect score? Or have another chance to tell Shizuka how I feel? Doraemon looked concerned. That's the idea, but you have to be careful. If you're not careful, you might end up stuck in the loop, or things could get a bit chaotic. Nobita wasn't listening. He was already imagining the possibilities. Okay, I'll try it right now. Before Doraemon could stop him, Nobita pressed a button on the device. In an instant, the kitchen began to flicker like a broken TV screen, and then, whoosh, everything around him froze. Nobita blinked. Huh? What's going on? Doraemon sighed. You activated the loop, Nobita. We're repeating this moment over and over. Wait, what? Nobita gasped. He looked around, realizing everything had stopped in place. His mother was holding a bowl of cereal midair. The clock on the wall was frozen, and even the sunlight coming through the window had stopped moving. Okay, let's see, Nobita muttered, grinning. He immediately grabbed a pen from the table and threw it in the air. The pencil floated, frozen in time. This is awesome, he shouted. I can do whatever I want and keep going back. But then a strange thing happened. The pencil, still frozen in midair, suddenly started to wiggle. Slowly, it began to spin in place, as if something was pulling it. Doraemon, what's happening? Nobita asked, watching the pencil twist around as if caught in an invisible current. Doraemon frowned. Uh-oh, the time loop is starting to get unstable. We need to reset it before Doraemon could finish. Everything around them started glitching. The walls flickered like a malfunctioning video game. And then pop. The room twisted, shifting into a completely different place. Now they were standing in a forest, surrounded by giant, glowing trees. A bizarre sound echoed through the air, like the buzz of 1,000 bees. What in the world? Nobita whispered, completely confused. Doraemon looked around frantically. The loop is dragging us through different realities, Nobita. We're not just stuck in time, we're jumping through different moments in space and time. Nobita rubbed his head. This is bad. What do we do now? Follow me, Doraemon said, grabbing Nobita's arm. We need to get back to where we started before this becomes permanent. They ran through the strange forest, dodging flashing portals and unusual creatures that seemed to be stuck between two worlds. As they passed by, the creatures flickered in and out of existence, like glitching computer programs. Nobita, now thoroughly panicked, asked, How do we stop this? Doraemon stopped and pointed to a large, glowing crystal in the center of the forest. That crystal's the heart of the time loop. If we destroy it, we can break the cycle. But how do we destroy it? Nobita asked, looking up at the massive crystal, which pulsed with energy. Think, Nobita. We need something that can stabilize the loop before it collapses completely. Something like, wait, your homework. Nobita's face lit up. Wait, my homework? That's your big idea? No, listen, Doraemon said. Your math homework from yesterday. You wrote a formula in there for solving time equations, right? Nobita's eyes widened. Oh, right, I totally don't understand it, but exactly, Doraemon cut in. The formula's in your mind. You just need to believe in it. Nobita closed his eyes and thought hard, picturing the numbers and equations he had written in his math book. The formula began to form in his mind, and with a deep breath, he shouted, Equation for time reversal. Activation now. Suddenly, the air around them crackled with energy. A powerful pulse of light shot from Nobita, hitting the crystal with full force. For a brief moment, the world went white. When the light faded, Nobita opened his eyes to find himself back in the kitchen. Everything just as it was before. The clock was ticking again. His mom was moving around, and the pencil he had thrown was back on the table, perfectly still. Doraemon sighed in relief. You did it, Nobita. You used the formula without even realizing it. Nobita slumped against the table, exhausted. That was way too much excitement for one day. I'm sticking to not messing with time from now on. Doraemon nodded. That's probably for the best. Nobita looked at the time loop generator, now sitting harmlessly on the table, and laughed nervously. Maybe it's better if we just leave that thing alone, huh? Agreed, Doraemon said, giving the device a wary glance. Time loops are better left to, well, time. As Nobita flopped onto the couch, a sigh of relief escaped his lips. But just as he closed his eyes to nap, Doraemon's voice perked up. I wonder, what would happen if we tried it with a shorter loop this time? Nobita sat up instantly. Nope, absolutely not. And just like that, they were both back to the chaos that came with living in the present. Did you enjoy this fun and loopy adventure? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Doraemon short stories. If you could loop through time, where would you go? Let us know in the comments below. Sayonara.